But I think it's worth pointing out, Paul, you're talking about the improvements he's made. There were plenty of doubts in his ability. A lot of people pointed to his lack of managerial experience besides Rangers, and then people were comparing the Scottish Premiership to the Premier League. But these are tangible improvements that you can see since Steven Gerrard has come in to replace Dean Smith, Paul.
The only thing I would say, Michelle, is if you're in Glasgow, which obviously I was born up there and played for the other side of the city, the intensity is incredible, which probably never be anywhere in the world because of the intensity of it. Stephen would have learned so much in Glasgow. The rivalry, the intensity, winning football matches. And I'm talking about if Rangers played Barcelona, the crowd would come and expect you to win. If Rangers played Manchester City, the crowd expect you to win. With Aston Villa, he might not have that. Would Aston Villa crowd expect you to beat Manchester City and Barcelona? Probably not as much as the Rangers supporters. That's the big difference in Glasgow. So he's took a huge job in Glasgow, went down to Aston Villa and done great up until now. But he's only been there a short time. But the improvements he has made has been vast. His signings, I think, have been very good. And they're prepared to back him. I think the owners have done a great job prepared to back him. But he's putting Aston Villa into a group, I think, that maybe next season should look at that top 6, top 7, 8 clubs, because it's a huge football club. Kevin, you'll probably back me up on that. The club is huge, Aston Villa, but yeah, it's a club where it has to be in that top 6, 7 for the crowd to really get excited.
Paul, I think leaving Rangers gives Steven Gerrard a bit of time. He's going to get a bit of time to bed down a foundation at Aston Villa. We know they've got a good youth system as well. Bringing in Coutinho, I think, was a masterstroke. Many people could question it. I think sometimes if you're inheriting a player, it's different to if you know the player and you bring him in. You know what type of character he is. You know what he can offer to the team. That's why I think Stephen went and signed him. And he's been a revelation since he's been at the club. He's really added offensively to the team. And Steven Gerrard's going to get the opportunity to build something at Aston Villa.
You're right, Kevin. Sorry, Michelle, I was just going to touch on that point there. Kevin made a great point. Time. He's getting given time. And if you get given time as a manager, it's worth its weight in gold. At Rangers, if he never won again, then it would have been a rocky road there. But now he's got a fresh start, he's got a fresh club, and he's doing very well.
Do you think it's vindicated the way that he left Rangers in the middle of the season after what he's achieved? And also, what has he brought exactly to Aston Villa? Aside from the signings, aside from Coutinho, he's also improved the players that he's already had at the club in the likes of Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings, who maybe at the start of the season struggled under Dean Smith, Paul.
Well, I think at the Old Firm, you probably have a shelf life as a manager because how much stress it puts on you and how much is I know from being a player that the level of stress is so high at their particular club. So he probably thought, now's the time that I've got a great chance to go to the Premiership where he wanted to go in the first place. But I'm 100% sure he would think the Glasgow upbringing as a manager would have put him in great stead for the Aston Villa job. Is Aston Villa bigger than Rangers? I'm not so sure. If Rangers were in the Premier League, it's a monster of a club. But Stephen going there, is it vindicated? I think you judge it by the success he has. And what is Aston Villa's success? Is it winning the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, getting into Europe? It will all depend on what the owners view success. And Stephen will know that himself, that to win the Premier League, I think, is way beyond it at the minute. The cup competition, I think, is his best bet to have a bit of success.
Kevin, as of now, do you think it's been vindicated, his decision?
I do, Michelle, if I'm honest with you. For me, I think it's the opportunity and the timing that it's come to him. The opportunity to get a club like Villa. Paul's right. Aston Villa is a huge club. Obviously, it's in England as well. So you've been up in Rangers. You've won the league title, not undefeated. How much further can he take Rangers, really? So the opportunity comes for him to go to Aston Villa. He's going to get backed. He's going to get the time to really put a foundation in. I just think the opportunity came at the right time for him, and it was too good to turn down.
Yes, one thing noted as well, what Steven Gerrard has done, there's been tweaks in his formation of late, but today he's gone back with a 4-3-3 as well. But I think what that shows is his flexibility as a manager to be able to adapt to different situations. When things aren't working, he's switching things up.